All right, bro, I got a headache like crazy, but we got to talk about these playoff games. Literally just wrapped up watching Lakers Timberwolves. I'm just going to get out all my thoughts from all the day's playoff games. First day of NBA playoffs wrapped up. Really, really fun day overall. I was honestly kind of sick for most of the day, so honestly, I didn't get a very good look at the Timberwolves game at all. I kind of only half watched the Knicks game, but I'm just going to give you my thoughts on everything. Real quick, just want to thank you guys for the performance on the last video. By all metrics, it is the best performing video I've ever made. I wasn't even sure I was going to make that one, but it did amazing. It's got 63 comments or something. Jesus Christ, that is a fantastic number. And I didn't even do an intro this time, but I'm Drew, and we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and go follow the Twitch and Discord down below. Let's just get into this one, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. All right, so first game on the slate was the one I was definitely the most locked into because it was the earliest in the day. We got Bucks and Pacers. The final score will make it seem like Indiana just beat the brakes off of them for the whole game. And honestly, the way it panned out, the final score is not that far off from what the actual story was. I will say the Bucks did play a much better second half. They made some really necessary adjustments. I was actually surprised to see Doc Rivers actually doing his job. I think honestly the big thing that failed the Bucks today was not Doc Rivers. I think they just didn't play particularly well. The big thing was, one of the big things was that the Bucks shot really poorly from three. I believe they shot 22 or 25% as a team. Pacers shot really well, shot 38%. And that was with Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton didn't make a single three the entire game. So that was honestly a big swing factor for them. That's not to say, though, that the Bucks didn't just also get outplayed and they looked worse, and that there's a very real and I would say likely chance that they just lose this series, and if anything, maybe lose it badly. Because honestly, the Pacers had nothing for Giannis the whole night. He got whatever he wanted. He had 36 points. Just a dominant performance from him. He missed a ton of free throws, though. They hacked him a lot, got him to the line, and I think they just kind of got in his head a little bit with that. Obviously, the crowd's just chanting out his time at the line the whole time. They've got him at 11 and 12 seconds while he's putting up his shot. So, but even though he dominated, I'm pretty sure he only had one assist on the game, and that was just because the Pacers just shut off everyone else's water. When Damian Lillard is not on the court, you can really see that the Bucks sort of lack a lot of shot creation. Even when they put their best other shot creators on the court, Bobby Portis, Gary Trent Jr., Kevin Porter, these guys were just not able to get anything going against this team. Gary Trent a little bit, I guess. Bobby Portis a little bit, but really nothing at all. Kyle Kuzma literally did cardio today. You can look at his stat line, Jesus fucking Christ. Honestly, bro, he was just walking around for half the game. I could not tell you a single good thing he did. The broadcast was talking about Kyle Kuzma is 0-5 in this game and has not scored any points. And so he goes to the free throw line, and you're thinking Kyle Kuzma is going to get his first points, and he misses both the free throws. I don't know where he got this idea that he was in his first ever high stakes, high leverage game. He's literally won an NBA championship. But yeah, Kuzma was terrible. AJ Green was nice for the Bucks, but when he is your best primary defender on a Tyrese Halliburton, even on a TJ McConnell, they were getting burned by him. They were getting burned by Nesmith. Brooke Lopez had to that was a nice adjustment Doc Rivers made. I thought that he took Brooke Lopez out of the second half. They just went smaller because he just was getting pulled out to the perimeter too much. He was getting burned in the pick and roll. He was getting burned on any switch. They were leaving three-point shooters wide open over and over and again at the perimeter. This Bucks perimeter defense is honestly their biggest problem. Yes, they couldn't score this game. Part of that was a lack of Dame. Part of that was just bad luck. I'm not really as concerned about the offense. I don't think when Dame comes back, the defense is going to get better, though. They just don't have a good enough point of attack defender to, I think, slow down Halliburton. Even when he doesn't shoot particularly well, he still burns you with his passing. He was getting by guys no problem in this game, getting to the nail, getting all the way to the rim, which, if you put, Lou Dort on that guy, you put Amen Thompson on that guy, he's putting up 4 points and he's having 9 turnovers. But the Bucks just don't have that sort of point of attack defender. They really could have used that in this game, and not having that, I think, really hindered them. Yeah, they were just killed by dribble penetration. And if I could say, I guess, anything positive about the Bucks, again, they did have a much better second half. Overall, just a bad showing from the Bucks. I wasn't very confident in them in this series, even though I love Giannis. I want to see Giannis dominate, but we watched Giannis dominate tonight and they lost by 20. I don't really think I think there's just too many holes on the perimeter. And even when Dame comes back, I don't think that issue is going to be resolved. It's just going to be a matter of who can score more, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think the Bucks are going to be winning that, especially now that they're already down in the series. They've got their backs against the wall, and the Pacers have all the momentum on their side. So we'll see how they come out in Game 2. They really need to win Game 2, I think. I think if they go down 0-2, then this Bucks team, they're just deflated. Like, Giannis is out there crashing out on the court. You can see he's visibly frustrated with his teammates on a lot of these plays. And it's just not good. So we'll see where this goes with Giannis going forward. This is the game I definitely had the most notes on. There was a lot of different interesting things I thought happened. Just honestly a very depressing game for the Bucks, though. We'll see what happens with Giannis's future. I'm gonna make a video about that after the playoffs or after the Bucks are eliminated. Then we had this amazing game with the Clippers and the Nuggets. Holy shit, this was definitely the game of the day, for sure. This game was incredible. Just a very technical, high-stakes, high-leverage game. Just an absolute war. Just some classic brawling big men on the inside. Jokic and Zubac going at it. Super physical. You could see Zubac was really used as like a playmaking hub in this one. They were doing the thing that the Warriors like to do, where they used him at like the nail as like a short roller to like get Chris Dunn open on the baseline. Like that's how you use your poor offensive players correctly, you know? You use Chris Dunn as a cutter. You use Zubac as a passer. It's like that's how you get guys who can't shoot to create offense. That was really, really nice. Kawhi had a very average game. James Harden picked up the slack in this one, though. God damn. Harden was great. He had 15 points in the first quarter. That really set like some nice momentum for the Clippers. They got up 15 at some point in this game. And honestly, when that happened, I thought it'd be wraps. But the Nuggets showed a lot of heart. They showed a lot of discipline in this game. Russell Westbrook just brought a ton of energy. Like Michael Porter Jr., I don't know what happened to him in this game. He didn't play at all, I believe, in the fourth quarter or the overtime. Russell Westbrook was out there like the whole time, rebounding the hell out of the ball. A Moses Malone level offensive rebounding performance. Like, god damn. Like, he just parked himself under the rim, and if there was an air ball, if the ball came off the rim at all, like, Russell Westbrook just went up and just, like, absorbed it into his body. And he's either going up and he's missing a layup again, or he's like resetting the offense. So Russell Westbrook, super valuable for the Nuggets today. He did have some dumb plays for sure. Oh, yeah. The play to send it to overtime. The Nuggets literally were forced to pass to Russ with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. He literally didn't get a shot off. I mean, it was kind of a shitty situation for him, but like still, like it was just funny that Russ was put in that situation. I think that what the Clippers are going to want more of in Game 2, they really tried to get Bogdan Bogdanovic going in this game. I think one of the things I'm concerned about with the Clippers is they don't have a very big cast of elite 3 and D players. They've got a lot of great defensive wings. Then they've got some really good three-point shooting wings, but it's like their three best three-point shooters, Harden, Bogdanovic, and Powell. None of them are like great defensive players, and their best defensive wings, you know, Derek Jones, I guess Batum, although Batum tonight, bro, fourth quarter, and I'm yelling, why the fuck Batum in? Batum is in to hit, I guess, insanely contested threes with like 1 second left on the shot clock, banking them hoes in. Like, what the? Like, he was just off a perk today. Although he did also fuck up the inbound pass in the to prevent the Clippers from just losing at the end of the overtime. Yeah, the Clippers, I don't know, they just don't have like super great balance with their 3-and-D wings. I think they will probably bounce back and probably take Game 2. This game was so close. The Clippers really had a big edge for a lot of it. I think they just kind of lost focus. James Harden was fouling a lot, so they had to pull him out, and that sort of slowed down their offense. Like when Kawhi is not really on his game, he's having to take tough shots. They're having to like play make by committee. I really do think the Clippers just benefit from Harden sort of initiating everything, sort of just being, you know, aggressive, and just, oh my god, James Harden, like, just looked vintage in this game, man. I'd love to see this for the rest of the series. You can never guarantee it with him in the playoffs, but he does look, I like to think he's turned a new leaf with this one. We'll see. Again, with the Nuggets, Jamal Murray, not a great game. He had some important shots down the stretch, I guess. He had some big, he had some big confident shots in the fourth quarter, man. Like, it looked like he was like really, he didn't fall apart at any point. It didn't look like he was losing composure. We'll talk talk about Cade Cunningham later, but I would think that's like a big contrast between those two, is that Jamal Murray looked like a player who had that battle-tested playoff experience. You know he's been through a slump before in the playoffs, and he was able to just get himself out of it like when the Nuggets really needed it. And the fact that he had such a poor shooting game and they still won really tells you a lot about this team. He also just like couldn't defend James Harden. Like they're going to have to probably switch up that matchup in the next game. And we'll see how the Nuggets depth fares in this series. I mean, they basically only ran 7 guys today, and it's game 1 of the first round. Like, Jokic, dude, they have to just tread water while Jokic is not on the floor. And when Jokic was on the floor and Zubac wasn't, it was like, okay, we got to, like, get this offense going. We really got to get something moving, because Zubac is a great matchup for Jokic. Just, he's so physical with him. He knows how to shut down his moves. Obviously, Jokic is still going to get his. He's still going to be a high-level playmaker, but that's a super fun matchup. I just love this series. If you're a crazy basketball fan, this series is super interesting for you. Obviously, you know, more intelligent people will analyze it better than I will, but this series is awesome, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. It's definitely going 7, I think. Then we had Knicks Pistons. A fun game, an interesting game for sure. Cade Cunningham, very bad in this game. Honestly, I wasn't surprised about that at all. A lot of people have been talking about Cade Cunningham as like a potential top 10 player in the NBA. I want to pump the brakes on that a little bit. I'm a massive Cade fan. I love this Pistons team. I would just say that Cade Cunningham, he just needs to refine his game a little bit. I don't have a ton of confidence in his jump shot. His jump shot, it's weird. It's like, it almost looks like he doesn't get enough lift on it, like every time you shoot it. It's like, it almost looks like he's straining his arms a little bit. I know that's like a weird criticism, but like maybe you guys get what I'm saying. I just don't really trust him as a jump shooter enough. I don't really trust him as like a high-level ball handler in this setting yet. I was pretty confident that he was going to struggle in this game to score, and he did. Now, to be fair, if he made like 2 or 3 more shots, it would have looked like a pretty normal Cade Cunningham game, but you could just tell that like he was getting flustered in this one. Just that poise he usually plays with, that pace he usually slows down. The Knicks were kind of speeding him up, kind of forcing him to make difficult decisions, and he just wasn't really able to make them when it really mattered. The Pistons, they gave up a 21-0 run in the fourth quarter. They were up with like 9 points with like 7 minutes to go, and they ended up losing by like 13 or something. It never felt like the Pistons were really in control even when they were up. I kind of wish that the Knicks had sort of won this game, I guess, more handily. For a lot of this game, Jalen Brunson also wasn't great. I think the ankle thing is still bugging him. He turned it like a little bit in the fourth quarter and was like writhing in pain. Really not great looks there, but like the Knicks did not dominate this game. Karl Anthony Towns had a nice performance. OG Anunoby was badass in this game. Like, and Sonny Lee wasn't even courtside, by the way. If she's courtside next game, like you're getting 35 points and 20 rebounds from OG. Cameron Payne, nice little energizer for the Knicks in the fourth quarter. I mean, honestly, they just showed a lot more poise, a lot more experience in this one. Like the Knicks, you could tell that they had been here before. All these guys had been here before, whereas like these Pistons, they're very new to this, and I just don't think they have the depth to make it happen yet. I just don't think they have enough offensive creation. Dennis Schroeder was really nice for them in this game. They ran like Schroeder and Cunningham at the same time. That 2-guard lineup, I think, will sort of ease the burden on Cade a little bit, open up some more playmaking. But I think, you know, you've got one amazing shooter on this team in Malik Beasley, and he shot well in this game. And Duren is a great center, but I just, you know, I think it's very clear that this Pistons team, they're an average basketball team. They're a 43-win team. That's fine, but I mean, I don't really think they're super ready for high-leverage basketball yet, and they really did show their inexperience a lot in this one. I could probably go on more about this game. I kind of want to talk about it more once, you know, I see a nicer Cade Cunningham game. I do think he'll get 1 or 2 good performances in this series, but I do think he's going to have to work his way into it. He's a player that I think his development curve is going to be a lot slower than people anticipate. He says he wants to be the best in the world. Maybe that'll be... I really do think he could be one of the 6 best players in the NBA for sure. I'm really serious about that, but I think we just need to pump the brakes on that happening like sooner than later, even though, you know, he's fantastic. The Knicks are also going to have problems with depth. They did run a little double big action in this one to, I guess, sort of ease the burden on their wings and their guards, but like still, I think the Knicks could use some depth. like later on, or just Tibbs not fucking running his starters into the ground during the season. Oh my god. And then finally we had Timberwolves Lakers. By far the game I was least locked into. The Timberwolves didn't play Rudy Gobert very much. The Lakers basically didn't play Jackson Hayes at all. It was small ball pretty much through and through. Jaden McDaniels, a nice game, just scoring from all three levels, physical, just his bag work is improving like day by day. He gets better with every game. It's awesome. I love Jaden McDaniels, and obviously he's a great defensive player. We know that. Naz Reid, Swiss Army knife, just creating shots, hitting threes, just big, high leverage shots at the end of the game to sort of close it out for them. That was really nice. You got a sick LeBron chase down block in this game. There was some good stuff in this one. You had a big Luka game. He had a half court shot to end the third quarter. So you got some nice little tidbits in there. I missed most of this game because I just felt like shit. Anthony Edwards, he came out of the game with a calf strain in the fourth, and he came back and he looked just completely, brand new again. He was completely fine. Just a total Iron Man for them, a total dog. He plays with absolutely no fear, total confidence. What I was talking about with Cade, where I think sort of he does get kind of, his leadership kind of does get bogged down a little bit. He doesn't have that supreme confidence as a leader. He sort of has that quiet confidence about him, which I really like. And I think Cade in time will be the type of leader that this Pistons team needs. And I think he represents them super well. But Ant just, dude, he's got so much fucking aura. He's got so much aura. They won this game by quite a bit. I think the Lakers, if anything, what they've got going for them is that JJ Redick is a basketball genius. He's probably got some adjustments he's looking to make. Obviously, the Hayes Gobert thing was probably the big adjustment you were going to see in this series. Just total small ball from both these teams. Because Gobert's going to get burned whenever he's out there by a Luka character. Obviously, you can park him on like Hachimura. That I think actually worked decently well for the Wolves from what I saw. But like I think mostly this series will be won through small ball, especially because the Wolves have found just so many effective guards in the rotation throughout the season. DiVincenzo's played better, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, even Jalen Clark. And the Lakers just don't really have the defensive personnel to really match, small ball. Like obviously Jared Vanderbilt's a nice defender. We'll see if he could really be a good matchup for Anthony Edwards. He's just not offensively skilled enough. I actually am sort of interested in him in this series. He's a big swing factor for me because he probably is the best defensive player that the Lakers employ. And if they want to slow down Ants more effectively, if they want to sort of muck up the Timberwolves offense, because I think honestly that's like sort of what you need to do with them. You need to close out on their 3-point shooting. You need to not give them easy looks that the Lakers were giving them tonight. Actually, honestly, it was more of a bench issue. They only had 8 points off the bench. Yeah, like that's just not gonna cut it. Maybe Jordan Goodwin could make an appearance in this series. He's a nice defensive player. And the Wolves were just able to go really deep with their bench. They had 39 bench points if you don't include their garbage time players. Like that's really, really high level stuff. The Lakers just do not have that same luxury. So I think this will still be a competitive series. I still totally think the Lakers can win, but this is not a great start. Obviously this Lakers team, like Brian Windhorst made this point the other day. I thought it was really good. Like the Lakers are just sort of a proof of concept team. At least that's what we thought when they made the trade. Obviously they played so well with Luka. Their defense was so good for such a large portion of the end of the regular season that maybe that wasn't going to be the case. But I don't know if that's going to be the case in this series. Like when push comes to shove, I think Austin Reeves, Luka, and LeBron, that's just your defense on the perimeter is just going to suffer a lot, especially against this Timberwolves team that can definitely run small, run Julius Randle at the 5, do a bunch of stuff, run Naz Reid at the 5, just do a bunch of stuff to, I guess, match what the Lakers can do offensively and then just bring way better defensive personnel. And that's really all that I got in terms of recap for the first day of basketball. This video ran a little long. I'm going to try and timestamp it, use the timestamps to your advantage, as Nicholas Henkel would say. And if you guys got to the end of this one, thank you so much. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. We're trying to 1,000 subscribers at some point. I know I honestly, I just wanted to talk about this. Not a lot of flow in this video. If you guys enjoyed it, yeah, you know the drill. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Cue that music.